Hey folks, buckle up. If you bleed that iconic blue and silver like every loyal Dallas Cowboys fan, this news is about to hit you right in the gut. Picture this. The locker room feels heavier than a Texas summer night after a tough loss. Then, boom, word gets out that the higher-ups are calling in a seasoned veteran coach to rebuild a defense that's falling apart before it wrecks the entire season. We're talking about the kind of shakeup that could turn a dumpster fire into a roaring comeback. But here's the twist. Insiders claim it's already underway, sparked by one player's explosive comments. The Dallas Cowboys rumor mill is on fire with this revelation, and I'm diving straight into the storm. Ready to hear the unfiltered truth about why this defense is collapsing and how this potential hire could save the season? Drop your thoughts below. What's the one move you'd beg Jerry Jones to make to rescue our 2025 campaign? Hit that bell, because things are just getting started. That's your opening 30 seconds right there. Shock factor, promise of answers, and a cliffhanger centered around a star's outburst. Now, let's dig deeper. All right, Cowboys Nation, let's rewind this disaster without the sugarcoating. Everything unraveled after that painful loss to the Panthers, the one where our defense looked more like a blooper reel than a professional unit. Stephen Jones, the EVP with roots in this team deeper than Texas barbecue, finally stepped up to the mic and said what every fan's been screaming since week one. This defense is flat out alarming. The latest Cowboys updates hit harder than a blindside tackle. Jones didn't dance around it. He admitted the talent's there, but the execution's missing, lost like a stray calf in a thunderstorm. And then came the explosion. Right after that presser, the locker room cracks widened. Trevon Diggs, our supposed shutdown corner, whose job is to silence receivers, not vent to the press, went scorched earth. He said, "We got no identity," taking aim at Matt Eberfluss's defensive scheme. When a player like Diggs, known for highlight reel interceptions, calls out the system for leaving guys wide open, it sends a chill through every fan. This wasn't empty talk either. The numbers back it up. Over 400 yards allowed per game. Only 11 sacks in 6 weeks. That's not elite. It's embarrassing. Eberfluss's so-called hits philosophy, hustle, intensity, and all that rah-rah, has turned into meme fodder across every Cowboys forum from Dallas to Houston, and the situation keeps getting murkier. ESPN insiders report that Diggs isn't alone. Apparently, the entire secondary's out of sync. Coverage busts everywhere. Defenders freelancing like it's backyard football instead of a Super Bowl run. Then, Jerry Jones pops up on a radio show hinting at major adjustments. But we've heard that tune before. Talk's cheaper than a Whataburger combo. And that's when the rumors exploded across Cowboys news feeds. The front office is supposedly eyeing a hard-nosed veteran to overhaul this defense mid-season. Don Wink Martindale's name is circulating, fresh off a stint at Michigan where he turned rookies into monsters. Sources say conversations are heating up fast. And this isn't just wishful thinking, it's real. The deeper problem? It's all connected. This isn't about one busted play, it's a full-blown domino effect. Diggs wants to play tight man coverage, using his ball-hawking instincts, but Eberfluss keeps clinging to zone defense like it's a safety blanket. The result? Receivers running free, quarterbacks dissecting the secondary, and Micah Parsons, along with the pass rush, spinning their wheels because the back end's collapsing. On paper, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys looked unstoppable. But 6 games in, the defense is springing leaks like the Titanic. With a divisional matchup against Washington looming, this could get ugly fast if things don't tighten up. Yet, maybe, just maybe, this locker room jolt is the spark the team's been desperate for. Take a breath, Cowboys fans. It's time to face the deeper truth. This defense isn't just struggling, it's eating away at the very identity of the Dallas Cowboys. Remember the glory days under Parcells, when defenders swarmed like hornets and opponents left the field bruised and praying? Old-timers still talk about that '93 squad that owned the NFC East. Now all that pride feels buried under frustration and fractured confidence. Expectations have shattered like glass after another home field letdown.
Every sports headline screams the same message. Dallas is bleeding yards at a rate that would make a 1970s wishbone offense blush. And the tension in the locker room is thicker than the fog over White Rock Lake. The worries are stacking high. Diggs nailed it. The loss of identity is poison in the well. It's not a lack of effort. It's confusion, hesitation, and no in-game adjustments. Eberflus keeps preaching patience, but 6 weeks of the same tired script? That's not patience. It's denial. A broken record scratching on loop while the season slips away. Analysts over on NFL Network aren't holding back, tearing into the Cowboys' defense with lines like, that secondary is the sieve of the league, dead last in pass coverage efficiency. And honestly, they're not wrong. Let's talk about the pressure up front, because right now it's practically non-existent. Micah Parsons is still a monster, no doubt about that, but without a system built to unleash chaos, even he's been caged. And if that wasn't enough, whispers about Micah's contract situation are swirling through every Dallas Cowboys rumor feed. That kind of noise, it eats morale alive and turns optimism into ashes before Thanksgiving. Here's where it really hurts. The emotional punch to us fans. You feel it too, right? That sinking feeling every time the opposing team converts on third down with ease? It's more than frustration. It feels like betrayal. We bought into this rebuild, believed that young stars like Diggs and Bland would evolve into lockdown legends, but the scheme's strangling their growth. Social media is a full-blown battlefield now. Hashtag Fire Eberflus trending harder than a Taylor Swift album drop. Former icons like Michael Irvin are blasting the mess, saying we've never seen Cowboys football sink this low. And it's not just a defensive problem anymore. The infection is spreading to the offense. Dak's doing everything he can to keep this ship afloat, but even he can't outscore a defense allergic to stops. Trade rumors are flaring up, talk of cutting players, reshuffling the roster, anything to patch the holes. The 2025 Cowboys season is shaping up like a nightmare no one wants to wake up from. If this keeps up through the bye week, the playoffs will be nothing more than a fantasy, like chasing unicorns out in the Permian Basin. Now, let's pause right here in the eye of the storm. If peeling back these ugly layers of our defense is lighting a fire in your gut, imagine what a full teardown could do. That's why I'm asking, hit that subscribe button. It's your pass to every raw, unfiltered Dallas Cowboys update from someone who's lived this roller coaster since the old Millennium Dome days. It's what keeps the fire burning, keeps the community alive. Here's a question for you diehards. If Wink Martindale storms in with his blitz-heavy chaos, who do you think breaks loose first, Micah or Diggs? Drop your take below. Your comment could spark the next fan debate. But here's what keeps me up at night, staring at the ceiling fan spinning like a tired playbook. This turnaround won't just magically happen. It's coming only if the team grabs hold of it. That locker room shakeup, it might just be the wake-up call we've been begging for. Bringing in a battle-tested mind like Wink Martindale could be the reboot button this franchise needs. Picture him, the architect of nightmare defenses in Baltimore and New York, ditching soft conservative schemes for blitz-heavy aggression that makes quarterbacks lose sleep. His Michigan stint was pure fire, disguised coverages, relentless accountability, and an energy that turns question marks into exclamation points. And the latest Dallas Cowboys rumors are lighting up. Sources in the front office claim this move is gaining serious traction, especially after Diggs dropped his truth bomb. And that's where the beauty lies. Martindale knows how to build identity from scratch. He let Diggs jam at the line, play to his strengths, while feeding Micah's hunger for sacks with creative pressures. Goodbye passive zone, hello man-to-man mayhem. Picture Bland reading routes like a novel and rookies thriving in controlled chaos. And the motivation? That's Martindale's secret weapon. He fires up vets and rookies alike, reviving that old-school Parcells swagger fans have missed for decades. Jerry Jones has even hinted at bold moves, and with CeeDee Lamb reportedly healthy and ready to roll, the offense could explode while the defense finally locks down. Every major Dallas Cowboys update points to the same equation. A healthy roster plus a fearless scheme shift equals domination in the NFC East, maybe even a sneaky playoff push. The only catch, it has to click immediately. No mid-season grace period. But imagine this. Trade chatter dies down, young guns like Shamar and Williams start thriving under Martindale's whip-smart system, and the communication gaps Jones ranted about finally disappear. That's cause and effect, plain and simple. Fix the fundamentals, unleash the pass rush, and watch those busted coverages vanish like dew under a Texas sun. It's hope fueled by hard work, the kind of revival that reminds us why we love this unpredictable beast of a game. And here's the wild thought. What if this hire doesn't just fix the defense, but unites a fractured locker room, turning tension into unshakable brotherhood? Mark my words, by Thanksgiving, we could be talking about a top 10 defense, not another league-wide punchline. So, there you have it, Cowboys faithful. The full blast on this locker room earthquake and the veteran coach ready to save the day. If this fired you up half as much as it did me, do your part. Subscribe, comment, and keep the energy alive. Tell me, what's the one player you think Martindale's blitz-heavy madness will transform overnight? Share it with a fellow fan nursing the same heartbreak. Together, we keep the faith burning. Because in Dallas, we don't just watch football. We live it. Star forever, y'all. Now,